Timothy Treadwell, Alaska. Katmai National Park, Alaska. Early October 2003. The salmon run is fading. Bears are hungry, territorial, and on edge. Timothy Treadwell, 46, has spent 13 summers here, filming grizzlies at arm's length. Amy Huguenard, 37, is with him for the season's final days. They've stayed late, later than most locals would advise. The weather is turning. Food is scarce. Risk climbs by the hour. Evening. Wind presses the tent walls. A bear circles the camp. Not one Timothy knows. Older, thinner, pushy. There's a burst of noise, and then chaos. Shouting, rustling, the blunt sound of a struggle. The camera is on, but the lens is capped. Only audio survives. Timothy fights. Amy fights for him, calling out, trying to drive the animal off. In the dark, seconds feel like miles. By morning, a bush pilot sees a torn camp and a bear guarding it. Rangers arrive. A charging bear is shot. The scene is quiet at last. What the investigation shows is simple and devastating. A late-season camp, a food-stressed bear, and human proximity that left no margin when things turned. Cause of death: Timothy Treadwell, fatal mauling by a brown bear, with massive soft tissue trauma and rapid blood loss in a remote location where rescue was not immediately possible. Amy Huguenard, fatal injuries from the same attack, consistent with blunt trauma and hemorrhage during an attempted rescue. No villain, no easy moral, just biology meeting timing in the worst possible way. Taylor Mitchell National Park. Cape Breton Highlands National Park, Nova Scotia. Late October 2009. Wind off the Gulf of St. Lawrence runs cold across the Skyline Trail. Taylor Mitchell, 19, a touring folk singer on a day off, chooses a solo hike before dusk. The trail is famous for boardwalk views and quiet. It's also remote enough that minutes can feel long. Somewhere along that ridge, coyotes appear on the path. Not a quick, curious glance, an approach. They don't scatter. They close the distance. Taylor tries to hold her ground, then to get away, calling for help. Hikers hear. A 911 call goes out. Rangers and RCMP move in. Rescuers push the animals back and reach her. There's no drama left in the air, just the clock. She is stabilized and rushed out of the park toward hospital care. What investigators will later say is plain and rare. An adult human attacked by coyotes in daylight on a managed trail. No garbage pile, no camp, no easy trigger, just an opportunistic predatory event on a slender ridge with few exits. Cause of death: fatal blood loss from multiple bite injuries, consistent with a coyote attack, leading to hemorrhagic shock before definitive treatment could reverse it. She fought. Strangers fought for her. The system moved. The timing didn't. The lesson isn't panic, it's preparation. Hike with a partner when you can. Carry a deterrent. Make noise early. Stand tall. And don't feed wildlife. Ever. Report bold behavior. Give predators space, and if they press in, be loud, be large, and fight back. Dawn Brancheau, SeaWorld Orlando. SeaWorld Orlando, February 24th, 2010. The afternoon crowd is thinning. Trainers reset for a routine husbandry session. Hands-on. No theatrics, just care and conditioning. Dawn Brancheau is 40, one of the park's most experienced orca trainers. Her animal today is Tilikum, an adult male, enormous even by orca standards. From the slide-out platform, Dawn cues calm behaviors, stationing, tactile rub-downs, jaw presentation. The water looks mirror flat. But with apex predators, calm is not the same as predictable. In a span of seconds, everything changes. Tilikum seizes her and pulls her from the platform into deep water. Alarms sound. Protocols spin up. Trainers deploy nets, throw lines, signal recalls, but control is gone. This is a 12,000-pound animal in his element, and a human who cannot win the physics. Rescue teams work the perimeter. Gates close. The scene becomes a clock. Minutes pass before they can secure Tilikum and recover Dawn. The investigation later reads as a hierarchy of risks. Prolonged proximity at the pool edge, a powerful animal with a complex history, and a workplace that relied on behavior rather than barriers when seconds mattered. Cause of death: drowning, complicated by blunt force trauma sustained during an orca attack. Lethal injuries and asphyxia occurred before definitive medical care could reverse the course. There is no mystery in the mechanics, only the mismatch between human limits and marine strength. The aftermath reshapes an industry. Restrictions on water work, revised trainer positions, more distance, more barriers. Marius Els, South Africa. Free State, South Africa, 2011. Flat farmland, reed-lined channels, a dam that feeds into a slow river. Hippo country, territorial, powerful, and quick in shallow water. Marius Els is a former army major turned farmer. On his property lives a hippo he raised from young. Humphrey. Fenced paddocks, a man-made pond. Viral stories about a bond. But hippos are not livestock. They are 3,000 plus pounds of muscle with jaws built to move boats and rivals, especially males, especially where water and food converge. Late afternoon, wind on the dam. Marius is near the waterline. There's movement in the reeds, heavy, purposeful, close. Contact is fast. When a hippo commits, the window to react is measured in heartbeats, and the ground offers no leverage. By the time help is called, the scene is quiet again. Ripples smoothing out, reeds settling. Responders find Marius near the water. The animal has moved off. The investigation doesn't read like a mystery. A habituated wild animal with territorial control. Human proximity inside that territory. No barrier when behavior flipped from tolerant to aggressive. Cause of death. Fatal traumatic injuries consistent with a hippo attack, with crushing and bite forces leading to rapid hemorrhage. Drowning cannot be excluded given recovery at the water's edge. The mechanics are simple. The physics are decisive. Dianna Hanson, Cat Haven. Cat Haven, Dunlap, California, March 6, 2013. The park is closed to the public. Staff are doing midday routines, feeding, cleaning, resets. Dianna Hanson is 24, 2 months into a 6-month big cat internship. She's assigned to clean the lion's large exercise enclosure, while the animal is supposed to be secured elsewhere. Moments later, the plan fails. A 4-year-old male African lion, Couscous, gets out of the smaller pen and into the big yard. The distance between human and apex predator collapses to 0. There isn't time for a second try. One strike with the forelimb, fast, heavy, decisive, and Dianna goes down. Staff shout, throw lines, try to draw the cat away. It doesn't work. Sheriff's deputies arrive, lock down the perimeter, and make a hard choice. They shoot the lion to reach the victim. By the time responders get inside, the outcome is already fixed. The investigation reads like a flowchart of small margins. A partially secured gate, a powerful animal with leverage, and a human inside the same space. Mechanical failure or human error. Either way, the system left no buffer. Cause of death, a fatal cervical spine fracture from a lion's paw strike, producing rapid spinal cord injury and immediate incapacitation. Subsequent bites and claw marks occurred after death. There was no meaningful chance for rescue to reverse the course. Aftermath brings orders and upgrades, physical barriers, positive stop locks, a second keeper on standby.
If you liked my animation, subscribe to see similar videos and support my small channel. Feel free to share your suggestions for the next video in the comments.